Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. As promised, we have completed the review of the Ray Ban Meta Wayfarer sunglasses. And you are going to want to stick around to find out what the results were, because I was shocked as well. But before we get into it, I do have to make a disclaimer here, is that these glasses that we reviewed, the Ray Ban Meta Wayfarers, were purchased with our own funds. So these glasses were not sent to us by Ray-Ban or Meta, and this video is not sponsored by either of those entities. So the opinions and everything that we've come up with, our results from the review, are of our own. We were not paid, we were not told what to say or anything. So we want to make sure that our results are accurate and true and gives you the information you need to make an educated decision. So the topics we're going to cover are going to be three topics. One is going to be the build quality and software. The second will be style, because of course you're paying a lot of money for these glasses. And the last topic we will cover is, who are these glasses really for? Who will they really help, and who would actually gain an advantage by purchasing these glasses? We're about to get into it. Here we go. All right, first things first. So let's talk about build quality and software. But before we get into that, I'm going to tell you a quick tip in a minute on how you can start music on these glasses without having to use a voice command. It's kind of stealth mode, so it's pretty cool. So I'll give that to you in a minute. But the build quality of these glasses. So first, so this is the case. I will tell you one thing about this. It is premium looking. I know it's kind of a faux leather. It's not real leather, I'm sure, but it's premium looking and it's nice. They're nice to have. The one thing that I really like about this case is instead of having to open the case and take a look at the glasses to see if they're fully charged, there is a button right here on the back of the case. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see that, there's a button right there. You press that button and what happens is that light comes on. So that's a status light as to the charge level of the glasses. So right now these are fully charged and ready to go. When I was testing these glasses for the last couple of weeks, I always kept them in the case. I'm kind of a stickler like that. I really like keeping things scratch free, but also free from damage and possibility of getting destroyed. But this case is really hard, so it protects the glasses. The other thing too, what I really, I guess, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but every time I put them in the case, it charges them to full. There was only really one time that I left them out and they didn't hold the charge well. We'll get into that next about battery. But they didn't hold the charge well since I left them out of the case. But for the most part, I keep them in the case. If you're going to take them anywhere without the case, I would definitely consider buying one of those pouches that you can slip them into. Once you slip them in there, scratch free, protect these things from scratches at all costs, and also from the elements. If it's raining out, drizzling or whatnot, I don't know what the waterproof rating is on these. I did not look into that, but I would not take them in the rain anyhow. So that's that. So as for the glasses themselves, they come out the case pretty easily, and they are really solid. I'm very impressed. The arms are very thick because that's where all the technology is. It's housing the tech. But also the one thing that stood out to me were the hinges. The hinges of the glasses are almost bulletproof. They are very stiff, which is a good thing for me, because once they get loose, the screw's either coming loose or there's a chance of something's going to break. So these were well constructed, I will give you that. Also the lenses, as you can see, the thickness of the frame on the glasses here, I don't know if you can see that, but the thickness of the frame's very thick and the lenses are very thick as well. I would give it a 10 out of 10 for the construction of these glasses. Now, the other thing I will say, that they fit on your head. They're very snug. They're not going to come off. You don't need to put some type of a, they have those lanyards for sunglasses. You don't have to put them on to keep them from falling off your head. These aren't going anywhere. The only other thing, I've worn sunglasses all of my life, and I have a tendency to take them off and stick them on my hat. When I'm not wearing them, if I go into a store or anywhere from coming into the house. I have to take them off so I could see. The one thing I will warn you is because they are really tight here. I mean, they're so tight. If you make any sudden movement and they're on top of your hat, they will fly off. So I almost made that mistake. I caught them in time. I did not drop them. They will fly off. So make sure to keep that in mind. If you're going to take them off, maybe one of those lanyards to have them hang around your neck is one thing, because remember that was back in the day. That was old school. As for build quality, I'm very impressed with them, and I think you will be as well. As I stated earlier, I was going to give you a tip on how to use stealth mode without having to use a voice command to launch the music app that you use, whether it's Spotify or Apple Music. I personally use Apple Music, but for Spotify, you're going to have to go into the Meta AI app, into settings, to turn on Spotify Tap. Now, that will allow you to press and hold the right arm of the glasses. Once you do that, it will fire up a personalized Spotify recommendation without touching your phone, which is pretty cool. And for me, since I'm using Apple Music, I only have to tap with my finger once the right arm, and it automatically turned on my Apple Music where I had it, where it left off, the last song I was playing. That was really neat. It was helpful when I was walking the dogs or doing something outside that I wanted to listen to music and not have to whip out my phone to take a look at and see what I was doing. But at the same time, what's really neat about it is no one can hear the music around you, and I don't have to take out AirPods. I use AirPods, so I don't take out AirPods and put them in my ears or any of that mess. It was very hands-free experience, and it was wonderful. So I will give kudos for that one. Now for the software itself, using the Meta AI app was flawless. Setting up the glasses, looking through the app and going through it was very easy, and anyone can do it. Since I've had these glasses, they've updated the operating system for, I would say the software for these glasses, and it allowed it to do the live language transcription, the translation. So when you're speaking to somebody, for instance, I tried French. If someone's a French speaker and you don't speak French, they can speak to you in French, of course, and the glasses will automatically translate it to English. So you have to go into the settings and set that up, which is fairly simple and easy. If you need help on doing that, that's very easy to find on YouTube or on Google, or you can go to Meta's website themselves and they show you how to do it. But the one thing I will say that I really appreciated about the software is that it's very, how can I say this? It's very connected to the glasses. Like once I open the app on my phone, once I put on the glasses, they tell me the battery percentage, and they give you the notification that they're on and ready to work. If you're able to take a picture or a video, it automatically uploads to the app, and then you have it in settings if you want that to automatically download to your phone. That's your choice. If you want to hold it within the app until you have the chance to review them, you can do that as well. The one issue that I did have with these glasses software, I'm sure it can be possibly fixed in the next update. I'm not sure. I'm going to go over some experiences I've had, and there are other reviews that talk about this, and you can look those up. The battery life on these is not, I guess, desirable to say to last a full day. I was able to get some videos, to get some pictures, also ask it questions, ask Meta, hey, you know, what's the weather for today? What's the weather for tomorrow? What am I looking at? All of these things. And I did know utilizing the video function severely it took a hit on the battery life. Also, playing music, I'm sure it didn't help because I played music when I would walk the dogs. I know the next iteration of these glasses, they will increase battery life. They actually have to, because taking them off and putting them back into the case is a fast charge. I will tell you that. I was amazed by how fast these glasses were able to recharge to full, so that was really neat. But at the same time, you don't want to have to sit there and do that and always carry. The case is kind of bulky, and if I carry like a sling pouch with me or something like that, you know, you feel it in there. So you don't want to always have to slap them in the case, or if you keep the case in the car, you got to hurry up and get in the car and put them on charge. That was the one big drawback that I had, and I don't know if that's a software issue or just the battery capacity within the glasses. We'll see if Meta has an update for that and maybe can fix that as well. Now I want to get into style. These glasses are very stylish. They are Ray-Bans. They are the Wayfarers, and they have some history. Personally, I've been wearing Oakleys, different styles of Oakleys, since I was in high school, from frog skins to the, I mean, I still have like the mountain bike ones. I'm an Oakley fan, so this was the first time coming into Ray-Bans ever, and it was an experience. But I will say this, I did get compliments on the glasses, and especially even from my better half. She said I looked hipper, I guess. That's just a thing that we have between us. At the end of the day, these glasses are stylish. They have the Ray-Ban history that's behind them. They're very solid. I would say for style, they're a 10 out of 10 for sure. Again, for me, it was interesting. This was a great review because it was something so new for me that I had to adjust to wearing these on my face, and then also try to figure out, you know, how to incorporate them into my lifestyle. It was very fun to do so, but at the same time, they are stylish, and people will give you some compliments. They're Ray-Bans, man. Hey, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with them. The one thing that I do regret, I do have one regret. I wish I had purchased the transitions version of these. So when you're indoors, you can have the clear lenses, so you can do regular things and whatnot. And then when you go outside, because of the UV rays, the UV activates the transition so they become dark in their sunglasses. I do regret not getting those, but all is not lost. From what I do understand is that I'm able to change these lenses, have these lenses changed to the transition lenses. If you're in a country that, if you have the store that I do know that is affiliated with Ray-Ban, they have the ability to work on or change the lenses on the Metas, is LensCrafters. You can go to one of those stores or look it up online in wherever your location is and see who will be able to not only change out the lenses, but obtain the transitions or whatever lenses you like. There are many third-party lenses out there right now. If you go to Amazon, there are a few out there that I don't have the names off the top of my head. They actually make lenses for the Ray Ban Meta Wayfarers, and also the I forgot what the other ones are, the Skylers, I think they are. So they make lenses for them, so you can check those out as well. My only mistake was not getting the transitions. They were a little bit more. I think it was like maybe another $70 or $80 more than what I've paid for these. But at the same time, the practicality and the usage fits my lifestyle a little bit better than the consistent sunglass part. But also, I want to be able to use them inside when I'm working on stuff. And we're going to get into that in just a second. In a minute, I'm going to give you the tweak that allows you to shoot up to 3-minute videos with the Ray Ban Metas. Before I give you that answer, I want to tell you who these glasses are for. This review changed my mind. When I first got them, I thought one way, that they're for true techies. It was interesting to see how they not only fit into my lifestyle, but also I can see how they can fit into anybody's lifestyle. The one aspect that I looked at, the style of the sunglasses is one, because they're cool. They're Ray-Bans, and these Wayfarers seem to be the popular model. But also the practicality of these glasses. And what I mean by the practicality, I'm talking about the information and the content creation. And when I mean content creation, I don't mean you have to be a content creator. You have a YouTube channel, or you're making content for social media, whatever the case may be. I'm talking about documenting things around you. And the information part is really neat because you're utilizing AI to find out about the world around you. I've tried it. I've been, say, hey, Meta, what am I looking at? It gave me a pretty detailed description as to what I was looking at. Now, in a recent update, they increased that to be more detailed, which was really neat. And I was very surprised because I had gotten these before that update, and the, hey, what am I looking at kind of thing, it was kind of basic. It was like, but it's pretty cool that it took a picture analyzed that photo and told me exactly what I was looking at. So that would help you if you were out in the city, if you were traveling and you want to have something identified. The one other thing too was like reading things for you. They can read things for you because again, it snaps a photo and it analyzes what you're looking at. So you can actually do that with documentation, so on and so forth. The other that I did try was finding my car. So for some of us that go to the mall, you go to places where there are these giant parking lots and you're in somewhere for a couple hours and literally you kind of get turned around because when you're leaving, you don't keep track of where you really put your car. So this would actually help somebody because you can actually have Meta take a photo of where your car is at and it'll tell you and guide you to where your car was at. I found these glasses to be for, I think, anybody who would like to improve their life. Our techies, our older techies, our grown-up techies. It definitely is for you, but also for somebody who hasn't given any thought to these, you have to try them out and see how they can help you or assist in your day-to-day activities. Now, the other thing that I really took to heart with these, and I wish that I had them when my little ones were growing up, is the documenting life events. That was very, very cool. I cannot stress how easy it was to take a video or to take a photo. And now, mind you, again, the videos and photos on these glasses only come in the, I believe it's 9x16 form, which is that portrait style. They're not the landscape style video or photos. So you have to keep that in mind if you're going to take a video or photo. It's going to be in that format, and you can put it on social media. It's instantly ready for that. But I believe in the next iteration of these glasses, they're going to make it, and I hope they do, they make it landscape. When those come out, we'll be doing a review of those as well and sharing that with you. Documenting things on the fly, on the go. So if you were out with your children, if you were, you know, you'll see in the video walking the dog, it's just so neat to be able to do that without having to go into your pocket and grab your phone. And in some cases, some of us have like the Pro Max versions of our phones or these big giant phones, and you're fumbling doing all this and that moment is gone. It's very sentimental. So I wish that this technology was around back then when we're out, you know, you're out with the kids at the park or at the beach or wherever it may be, or at a birthday party or something, and you're able to just instantaneously document that event. To me, that's very sentimental. With all of that, who are these for? As I stated, I think they're for everyone. Give them a try. You may be surprised, as I was, to find how they fit into your lifestyle and they can improve your life. It was really neat. I was happy with that. As I stated earlier, I'm going to give you a tweak on how you can increase the video length that these glasses can record from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. So what you first need to do is go into camera settings, and it's right there. The newest, or not really the latest, I think it's the second to the latest update, increased that because it was only a short time that you were able to record. Now you can go up to a full 3 minutes with these glasses. I haven't even gotten that far in recording, and I got quite a bit of footage, and it was all great. And you'll see that in the video. But at the same time, there is another trick that will allow you to do that. If you take out the glasses here, on the right arm, what you'll see right here, I don't know if you can see that, right there, there is a button. So if you press and hold that button, it'll start recording, and it'll record up to that full 3 minutes, even if that is not set in your settings within the app. So you'll have that happen if you need it. The other thing too, what I've also done is just to do a really quick record without having to say anything, so people don't hear you talking. That is the tweak for that. So my overall thoughts for the Ray Ban Meta Wayfarers, how they worked for my routine, I wouldn't say flawless, a really good start. I would ask for alerts on my phone. I have it set so if I had a text message or a phone call, it would announce that, you know, through the speakers, so you don't have to wear AirPods or whatever headphones you wear. The other thing too, asking it about the weather, because especially right around the time of this video, it's been extremely hot, and I mean hot. So I want to know what tomorrow holds for us, if it's going to be worse than the day that we're in. Getting the weather on the fly, and also documenting. Again, taking video, being able to document without having to whip out your phone. It's easier to do it with these, excuse me. And then also, the one thing I did try was reading ingredients. I actually did it on a jar of peanut butter, and I just wanted to try it. So it read the ingredients to me, which was really neat. So you can ask questions, and the AI, Meta AI, is very, very helpful with that. But also, music outside while not wearing AirPods was something that was really cool. It also allows you the ability to hear your surroundings, your ambient sounds around you. So if there's something happening or whatnot, you're not missing out on that. Would I suggest these to people? Absolutely. As I said, they're for everybody. And if you're serious about hands-free or going hands-free, these are for you. I'm excited to see what new updates they come up with for these glasses before the next iteration of these, which I believe I've heard. The rumors have it that it'll be September of this year. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to see the updates of what these glasses could do even more. With all of that being said, we do plan on conducting a deeper dive on how these can be an absolute asset to grown-ups, especially people who may have vision impairment or other issues that they may need some assistance without having to rely on a phone or anything of that nature that can be cumbersome. You wearing them on your head, and of course you would have to have the indoor type lenses, so that's understandable. But I believe that these will be helpful to grown-ups that need a little bit of extra help. Hit that like button and subscribe if you would like to be notified of future updates and future reviews, because we do have some reviews and some other tips and tricks coming up. And lastly, take care of yourself, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great day.